Hello everyone, Zero Fossil Fuel here. I just wanted to give you a brief update on the progress of the new experimental cell. Last night I glued it all together and I wanted to show you the end result here. I am very pleased with this cell. You can see the very even spacing that I was able to get inside the plates of this cavity. Really nice. I'm going to hold this up very close to the camera. One of the features of these new plates I wanted to show you, I don't know how well this is going to show up on camera. Maybe if I rotate it like, I'll show you the bottom. How's that? Yeah, that's a little bit better. You can see the bottom edge of these plates have been rounded. Where they were stamped by the sheet metal press and had very sharp edges, actually two sharp edges on each end of the plate, I ground it to a bevel with the grinding wheel and then rounded it out with the wire brush on the other side of the grinding wheel to make a nice rounded surface. I don't want HHO being liberated any place but between the plates, and to round off the end of the plates is really the best way to make that happen. Again, we have the same plate configuration. I have negative as my center electrode, two positive outside electrodes, and with these tabs that are sticking up, what I'm going to do is just drill a hole through the two outside tabs, the two positive tabs, put a stainless steel stud in between, and then extend the straps straight up out through the top of the electrolyzer tank. Either that, or, and I haven't really quite decided yet, I'm just going to take and fold these tabs over, one on top of the other, like this, overlapping, and put the bolt up through the center of the two positives, and just fold that one over and put a bolt up for the negative, which is how I had the original tall cell. And I think, though, for experimental purposes, I'm just going to leave these facing straight up. This is the trowel that I used to apply the glue to the sides of the cell before they were assembled. These are the sides of the cell that were assembled last. And what I did was, you can see the adhesive, which is black and really nasty, tough to get off your fingers. I applied it to the inside surface of these two side plates first, and then smoothed it out and got a nice even distribution with the trowel, just by going like this and leaving the trail behind on the surface, and then smoothing it out with a plastic cable tie to get a nice even and smooth finish, and a very even amount of glue that compressed in between the edges of the plates as I assembled the whole project. Again, a little bit tricky, but this time it went extremely well. The first attempt to put this cell together, I applied too much glue to the sides, did not spread it evenly enough, and when I compressed the two sides together, all of the shims that I had in place along the edges got pushed inward with the excess glue, and there was no way for me to just push them back out again and then be able to pull it out after the whole thing dried. It was a mess. I had to pull the whole thing apart, clean all the plates off, start over again, and fortunately second time was the charm. So that's the new experimental cell. This is what I'm going to put it in to start with. This is my Betty Crocker frosting container, which is just large enough to accommodate the cell, and it sits in there like that. And I'm not even going to bother sealing it to start with, just run some tests. This cell will be used to check the gas production under vacuum, gas production with pulse width modulation. All or most of my experiments will be conducted with straight distilled water. So hopefully we can crack some water without the need for an electrolyte in the solution. That's it for now. Nothing really to show you in the way of gas production yet. Actually, preferably, I would like to have a clear container to experiment with, so that I can show the experiments to you as they're taking place. And to that end, there's a nice plastic peanut butter jar container in the cupboard that I'm waiting to be put into the recycle bin at the household here. And I may just have to do more than my fair share to help make that happen sooner. Start eating some fluffernutters or peanut butter and jelly. And then I can have a nice container that will be large enough, with a large enough mouth that I can just take and drop that in and show my experiments. That's all for now. Zero Fossil Fuel signing out.